Good morning and happy Thursday. Well, kinda. For you members in the chat, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me a little early. So this is going to be a different daily grind today. For anybody that might be new here, just before we get into that, what I typically do is go over crypto news in the space. I update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Really, nothing's going to be different. It's going to be the same exact show, but the prices may vary here on, Bitcoin and everything the next day, right? So this is a couple hours prior to me actually doing this live stream. I'm going to be on a flight, so I am not going to be able to go live, and I didn't want to make a video because it's gonna just be under the videos on my channel and it just doesn't make sense. So I was like, you know what, I'll do a members only stream and I'll publicly list it after that. So let's get into this quick. I appreciate you guys hanging out, everybody that's here. Mr. Nelson Crypto, Nismo Miner, Chris Hanley, good to see you, buddy. Backwards Miner, let's see, Steven Cicero, you guys are awesome, thanks for showing up. All right, let's get into this and then we will we'll go from there. Bitcoin still at 73,000. Look at that. That's amazing. Ethereum at $4,000 still. This Ethereum actually went through the Dencun upgrade, and that is supposed to be good for layer 2s and I guess simplify things for Ethereum, as well as like help transaction fees or something. So I guess we're going to see how that goes. Litecoin still at 97 bucks. Nice, almost $100. Caspa is up a little bit, but it's still at 14 cents, almost 15 cents. Honestly, still accumulating. I think it's a good time to buy. Solana 163 bucks. We have ADA at 76 cents. Let's see, nothing else really popping out at me. Meme coins doing okay, really just kind of chugging along. They're not really going up or down too much. Everything looks healthy as hell, actually. It's kind of surprising. All right, looking at crypto bubbles, this is what we got over here. 22.3% today for whiff. What's up, Regilio? Good to see you, buddy. Bit of an early stream, or late stream, kind of. But anyways, everybody else that sees this would be Thursday morning. So Pepe is up 9.5% today. Jupiter is up 15%. Look at that. We have BNB up 15.3. Bonks up 11.6. Not too bad. All right, Fear and Greed Index flashbang. Sorry, apologize. 81 over here. Extreme greed still. This might vary a little bit tomorrow morning, or the time of everybody else seeing this, but as of right now, it looks pretty good. I think it's so weird, it's so different, right? Typically right now we'd see 81 and then we'd see it spike back down to like 60s, but this has been holding over 75 consistently for some time, right? Last month was 70. So I don't know, we're gonna see. I guess when the halving comes, we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, all right, CoinGecko over here, top 10 coins by coin market cap on CoinGecko. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, Lido Staked Ether, XRP, USDC, Cardano, and Dogecoin. Looks like Avalanche still in 11th place, and Shiba's actually in 12th still at 18.9 billion. Crazy. I still can't believe that jumped up to 11th place. Insane. All right, let's see. You know what, I totally forgot this morning, or yesterday, right? ETC POW is doing pretty shitty, I guess. Let's see what it looks like. Oh 7 cents, man. Is anybody still into this?
Bruh,
it's terrible. I apologize for anybody that got into this. That is awful. That's absolutely awful. Let's see how things are real quick. 7-day one. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this boner wick. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's nuts. That's 1 month actually. Let's see the year. I still can't believe this was up to $2.61. Crazy. Anyways, all right, enough of that. What's trending? What is this? Ponky? What is Ponky? What is that? 25.2% up today. 14 cents. 14 cents. What is this coin? When did it come out? December 23rd, 2023. Another meme coin. Oh, it's hysterical, man. These meme coins are killing it. Is anybody into this? Anybody hear of this coin? I've never even heard of this. Market cap's at 73 million. Crazy. Yeah, I have not heard of this coin at all. Weird. Very, very strange. What else is trending? XCAD, Constellation. Nice. All right, let's just check where is Caspa on the charts, and Pepe's in 41st. We have Caspa in 43rd. Not too bad. Could be worse. All right, I apologize. I'm just kind of blasting through this. Let's move on to the mining segment of things, see what things are looking like as of right now. You guys know I like to timestamp this stuff. We have the Bitmain Antminer KS5 Pro 21 terahash unit making 172 bucks a day. We have the KS5 20 terahash unit making $164 a day. We have the BMKS Max 11 terahash unit making 82 bucks a day, and the Windminer K9 looking like it's making $80.58 a day. The only K9 I've ever heard being delivered was DOA, dead on arrival. So I want to know if anybody else has got one of these, if they plugged it in, and if it actually works. Let's see. Gold Shell pre-order scam, says Nismo Miner. Yes, you know what? Gold Shell, they actually did come out with a hold on, let's see. Is it, they have a Gold Shell? Let's see. They have it on their site yet? I don't even know if they do. They had I know they listed a Caspa miner, and it's like no, it's not even on their list yet. I mean their website yet, is it? Mini Doge, KD box. No, it's just on their Twitter. All right, I think it was like 1,700 bucks for 1.4 terahash or something unit. I don't know, totally not worth it, at least in my opinion. Anyways, Ice River KS3 over here, 8 terahash unit, looks like it's making 61 bucks a day. The KS3M 6 terahash unit is making 43.39 a day. Let's see real quick, scrolling down a bit, the Antminer L7, my unit has been killing it, absolutely killing it. $14.52 a day. Again, merge mining Litecoin and Doge. This thing is killing it at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Let's see. No, not till Friday. Oh, all right, so they're gonna be listing it on Friday. Interesting, I didn't know that. Let's see. Someone said check Kulo. What is Kulo? Let's see. You know what, I'll go back for a second, even though we're in the mining segment of things. Kulo, what is this? Kulo, 36.1% up. Look at the logo, it's an ass. Literally almost made me spit my drink out. What is this? What is happening? Meme coins, killing it. Oh my god, that caught me off guard. Thanks for that. Look at this though, it's killing it. What is it, January 21st this year? Crazy meme coin, look at that. The Giat on that thing. All right, let's continue. Let's see what else we want to look at. The X16Q, $9.39. Nismo. Oh, so funny. That was the most random coin I've ever looked at. That's great. We have the KS1 1 terahash unit. Looks like it's making $7.16 per day. Let's check out the KS0. You know what, actually I kind of want to ask you guys a question. Should I unplug all my KS0s before I leave? I've been debating just because, you know, the rest of my family will be here, so I want to make sure everything's good. Ice River Caspa KS0 Pro, this is the 200 gigahash unit making $1.48 a day. I think I might unplug them. You think they'll be fine, Steven Cicero? I'm so nervous, dude. After that thing lit on fire on me the other day, I'm not kidding, that scared the shit out of me. I've never seen anything like it. It was so scary. Like, I just hear a hiss and then I look back and it's on fire. Like, I had to yank the cables out hot, and it was just like, yeah, it was terrible. So I don't know, I might just unplug them just to be safe, you know what I mean, even though I got sprinklers in the house, but it is what it is. All right, let's move on to GPUs, see what things look like over here. We got the RTX 4090. Actually, everything is mining Pyron is most profitable. Very interesting. I might have to switch my stuff over to Pyron. I am actually mining my entire farm over to a lithium into Caspa on unminable, so I might have to switch it to Pyron hash if it continues this way. But we have Conflux and Radiant also top of the charts with the 3090. Looks like Hypera and Carlson is on the top of the charts. Man, what is a lithium dying? What's happened to a lithium? Let me look real quick just for shits. $2.87. Yeah, I mean, it took a little bit of a dump, but not that bad. It's probably gearing up. I feel like, you know what, Caspa and the lithium are probably both in an accumulation phase right now. That's probably what's happened. Don't mind Pyron. No? All right, B-Lubs. All right, I'll listen to you. All right, I won't. Fine, I won't. Tradewin Bees, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. This is a early stream for members, and then we're going to be listing it publicly for everybody else tomorrow. All right, that's pretty much it for GPUs. Let's see. New coins over here. Sorry for the flashbang. Mining pool stats.stream. Best place to look at for new coins. You guys are interested. It's just simple, and everything listed that's mineable is pretty much here. So yeah, I mean, you can get into things earlier, obviously. You know, if you go to like what is that site? Is it Bitcoin Talk or something? What the hell is that site? Why am I having a brain fart right now? Is it Bitcoin Talk? Is that the site? Is that what it's called? You guys know what I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure you can find out, like, there's like an altcoin section and you can see like all the new mineable coins. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I don't have to look. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Hold on. I don't have to look. Is it Bitcoin Talk? I think it is. Yes, it is. All right, this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. I don't go on here too much, but you can. There is a alternate cryptocurrencies right here. Altcoin discussion. New coins are usually in here, but if you're, you know, whatever, you want it to be simplified, more or less, newer coins are going to be thrown here on pools that you guys are used to using, ones that you don't need to like create your own wallets for and stuff. But anyways, be careful. Don't download shit just blindly. Please make sure you guys are, like, you know, doing this on a VM, or just know your stuff, okay? Please, 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 for the love of God. All right, let's get into the new stuff because I want to watch all this stuff. I gotta get some sleep. Bitcoin hits $73,000, a new record high over here. Yahoo Finance. Let's kick it off, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's do it.
Bitcoin surpassing its record high this week, notching a fresh record of 73,000 after a roller coaster week for this volatile digital currency, to say the least. To break down Bitcoin's moves for us, we've got Yahoo Finance's very own Jared Blickery here. Jared, what are you seeing?
Well, another record high, and let's look at the price action over the last 5 days. Here we did. Over the weekend, we came in to the week at about 68,000. We took a little bit of a dip Monday, and then we rallied to just short of 72,000 or so. And then we sold off all the way down to 69,000 yesterday. A rather dramatic reaction, it looked like, to CPI, but now we are back at these fresh records. And just looking at a longer term, this is a 5-year chart where we can see these record highs in the rear view mirror now. A lot of people ask, okay, well, now that we're at record highs, what is the target? You have big round psychological numbers, so 100,000 is a real easy target. There's all kinds of ways to come up with Fibonacci extensions and other methods with measured moves of coming up with higher highs that are potential higher highs than existing prices, but probably save that for another day. What I do want to show you is what's happened in the crypto market over the last 7 days. Here we have Binance token, left for dead, but up 25%. Got the settlement with CZ probably in the rearview mirror. Algo's up 14%. Litecoin having a great week, 10%. So my point is, it's not just the big guys like Ethereum and Bitcoin that have been surging recently. It's a lot of other stuff here. And that was something that was missing in the run-up in Bitcoin last year. We did not have that broad participation. Now, Ethereum, this is a 5-year chart similar to Bitcoin, but it has not yet taken out these record highs. 4,500 is the big number, although it did pop a little bit above that. And finally, I just want to show what's been...
Once we get those ETFs, though, that's absolutely going to change, at least in my opinion. But I think Gary Gensler is going to push this stuff off until, you know, who knows when, as long as he can anyways, right?
Happening with the Bitcoin ETFs. This is a huge new asset class, and I'm getting reminders of that back when GLD, that is the first gold ETF, launched in 2004, a very similar time. Before that, there was not a good way for retail investors to get into gold. You could own physical gold, you could do some other things, but for the most part, the ETF made it mainstream. This is saying here, 2 of the top 5 ETFs in terms of flows this year in the United States are Bitcoin, and we're talking $10 billion for IBIT. That's the iShares Bitcoin ETF, and then the Fidelity one, $6.2 billion. These are just high numbers, and in my opinion, it's difficult to see it not increasing from here. There's just a lot of momentum behind this sector, and so my ETF analogy remains. GLD is to some of these ETFs now.
Yeah, so if you guys saw the if you look at the gold chart, like way back, it where it started, it's just been a progressive grind. I mean, yeah, there's been like little hiccups, ups and downs, but it's been a progressive grind, literally friggin' straight up. It's crazy. In like 10 years, it's been nuts. So I think we're going to see the same thing happen with Bitcoin. At least I hope so. We're going to, I guess only time will tell, right? All right, let's move on. Michael Saylor over here on Yahoo Finance. Bitcoin ETFs will see 220 billion of additional net inflows in the next 3 years. Damn, that's a bold claim. Let's get into it. Oh,
Bitcoin is the highest form of property. It's the apex property in the world, and it's the best investment asset. So the end game is to acquire more Bitcoin. Whoever gets the most Bitcoin wins.
Whoever gets the most Bitcoin wins. MicroStrategy chairman Michael Saylor, a longtime Bitcoin bull, raving about Bitcoin as an investment, the digital asset reaching new highs this week, coming off the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs. Crypto-related stocks such as Coinbase also doing very, very well, up roughly 50% since the start of the year. Next guest saying that there's still a compelling upside case to the crypto exchange. We want to bring in Devin Ryan, Citizens JMP, Director of Financial Technology Research, joining us now. Devin, it's great to have you here at the desk with us. So just first, your reaction that we've seen to the massive increase in the price of Bitcoin, and obviously Coinbase, a big beneficiary of that.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, great to be here. What we talked about, we actually put a report out last night. There's been $10 billion of net inflows into these ETFs over the last 2 months. We are saying that we think there will be $220 billion of additional net inflows into these ETFs over the next 3 years. So the comment is that the ETFs are truly transformational for this space. What we're talking about with the ETFs is there's $25 trillion of financial advisor-driven money that really hasn't been allocated yet, and the ETFs open the door to that part of the market. And so, of course, yes, when there's big demand, the $10 billion is driving prices higher, and then ultimately that's really good for companies like Coinbase because they're benefiting both from the ETFs directly and trading those, but there's a lot of interest just in crypto more broadly. So their trading volumes are up over 100% in the first quarter over the fourth quarter. And then, bigger picture, Coinbase to us is really a play on just the evolution of the asset class. Mm-hmm. And so that's really, I think, what people have missed so far in the stock, and that's why we think there's still quite a bit of upside because they're going to evolve their business model with the evolution of the asset class.
In terms of flows, when we look at Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF, definitely struggling a little bit. I see the smile there. Over $7.5 billion of exodus there in the first 30 trading days. Is that an idiosyncratic issue for them, or is that indicative of maybe some outflows to come for other names?
Yeah, I think they're really specific. So there's at least a couple $1 billion of that you just cited that's related just to some of these bankruptcy estate sellings, and I think that's already generally played out. And then there's also some selling from people that initially got in to Grayscale because they were just playing the trade around the premium that the GBTC was trading to Bitcoin several years ago, and then ultimately, even more recently, the discount. And I think there was some traders in that, and so some of those folks have exited. And then you're seeing a little bit of rotation too, where some people have been selling that ETF and going to some of the lower fee ETFs. So they actually just announced yesterday another ETF structure. So I think they're going to be back in the game, potentially bringing in inflows. But yeah, I think of that as really idiosyncratic. And then the net flow story is really what we're focused on, which is $10 billion over 2 months.
You mentioned the fact that you see Coinbase's business evolving, the platform evolving as the industry does. How so, and what does Coinbase need to do in order to maintain that edge?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really the key story. We've been framing Coinbase as, it's a little bit cliche, but the Amazon of crypto. And what I mean by that is, they got into buying and selling, as an exchange, really as that was the first foray into crypto. That's becoming increasingly commoditized. Now, there's still going to be huge growth in the exchange platform, but Coinbase is really the primary on-ramp, or one of the primary on-ramps into the asset class. So if folks want to get involved in payments or remittance, or in our opinion, tokenization of real-world assets, Web3, they have their own blockchain called Base. They're going to be involved in virtually every aspect of how this industry grows. And then there's going to be parts of this industry, in our opinion, that are really idiosyncratic to crypto. So, staking is an example, and there'll probably be other innovations. So Coinbase is going to be involved in all of that, as they already are. Their subscription and service revenues were essentially zero in 2020. Now they're $1.5 billion. I think those are going to grow a lot faster than even the exchange part of the model. So that's really, simplistically the story. And I think what a lot of people have missed, that it's all about trading and the Bitcoin ETF, and less about these other areas. And those other areas are really what's going to be what drives the revenue growth over the next decade.
Yeah, certainly. We're taking a look at Coinbase up another 5% today. Devin Ryan, always great to have you. Thanks so much for hopping on with us.
Shout out to Yahoo Finance for that. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think. You guys want me to do this stuff at night now, or you guys want it in the morning? You guys let me know in the chat, and you guys let me know in the comments. I know it sucks people that aren't members of the channel, but I don't know, maybe we could do this a little more often. But I'm really just doing this because I can't be here tomorrow morning. So anyways, let's move on. CNBC television, Bitcoin's latest rally is mostly an adoption story, says Galaxy Digital CEO Michael Novogratz. I love listening to Michael Novogratz. He is literally like the poster child for Bitcoin, as well as Michael Saylor. But yeah, to each their own. They're both awesome. Let's get into it.
Price of Bitcoin surging again this morning, passing through the $73,000 level. Ethereum now up over 4,000. Joining us right now is Michael Novogratz, Galaxy CEO. Mike, let's talk about why it's ripping. It seems to me that this is simply a more of a supply-demand issue than it says anything about either even liquidity in the market or just about anything else, that this is actually idiosyncratic to this unique and particular
Why is everyone saying idiosyncratic lately? It's like the word of the day.
Am I wrong or right?
Well, listen, there's a mindset shift, right? That all of a sudden the U.S. has broadly endorsed Bitcoin, right? You think about what's going on in D.C., this is a vote, right? The American people have just voted, and they have voted they like Bitcoin and they like digital assets. And so Washington needs to get off the stick, get off the couch and start doing something, right? This is going to be an issue for Democrats in this election who have been perceived to be standing in the way of Bitcoin in races like Ohio and in Montana, the Senate races. You know, the crypto pack is putting in money. And so I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing baby boomers get their first shot, right, through the RIA channel. Like there's $80 billion or $80 trillion of baby boomer wealth, and they're putting a small amount in. And Bitcoiners don't like to sell.
All right, real quick, I had to cut him off. I'm sorry. This is what it means. Idiosyncratic, having a strange or unusual habits, ways of behaving, or features. All right. Yeah, it's definitely the word of the day. There you go. Now you guys can use it.
They often think of their net worth and how many coins they have, not how many dollars they have.
That doesn't explain gold, Mike.
Well, listen, gold's going up as well. We have a political situation where both candidates seem to want to spend a whole lot of money. Right. You know, when Biden's deficit or Biden's budget came out with a trillion plus deficit, and that doesn't engender a lot of spirit when it comes to wanting fiscal prudence, right? Bitcoin has always been a report card on fiscal stewardship, and we've got no stewardship in DC right now.
And we're cutting eventually. Don't you think Bitcoin is expecting the Fed to, when it pivoted, did Bitcoin go down because of the hiking cycle we were in? Now it's going back up
Listen, there's two vectors of Bitcoin. One is adoption, and this move is mostly adoption, and the other is macro. And the macro factors are, right, the Fed, but it's also, and it's mostly Congress and the budget, right? We are running deficits that are in crises levels. Right. And when you look at our fiscal situation,
I think we're going to both agree it's the adoption issue right this very moment. 100%. It's more about adoption than it is about anything else, and it's adoption via the ETF, and therefore we have like a supply and demand problem.
And having.
Prices are set on the margin. Right?
You can throw in the having. Let me ask you this: Ethereum right now has moved in a big way. Mm-hmm. Part of that is on the back now of speculation or of an expectation somehow that we're going to have a Ethereum ETF, and that is going to create a similar kind of dynamic. Do you think that that's the right way to think about it? And do you actually think that there will be an Ethereum ETF?
You know what? That was a good question, actually. Give him props for that.
Listen, I think there's a fierce debate inside the SEC right now, right? I mean, Gary Gensler, before he was at the SEC, is on tape saying Ethereum is definitely not a security. Since he's been at the SEC, he hasn't made a ruling on it.
Now he can't answer.
And I think what the SEC is doing is debating, can they call Ethereum a security with this idea that it changed when it went from proof of work, right for validation to proof of stake.
Eat shit, Gary.
If they can't make that argument, and
that just scared me. My computer froze. That was so weird.
I think it's a tough argument to make. They have to, they're going to approve the ETF because it's the same argument that won the Bitcoin ETF. There already is a futures Ethereum ETF. And so if you have it for futures, you have to have it for cash. That's what the court said last time.
Mike, who takes that court to?
Hold on. All right. So this is the Ethereum gas fees. I think it helps. What is it, layer 2s or L2s, whatever? I don't know. I still think this is where it's at, I guess. This is the base, 53. So I don't know. Did that help? You guys let me know in the chat. I haven't been transacting with Ethereum at all, so I have no idea.
Who takes that case to court? Is that a Coinbase case? I don't even know. You know, it's funny. Grayscale, which is effectively put this into business as an ETF. I don't know if that's actually been good or bad for Grayscale long term.
Yeah. Listen, I think if you're Barry Silbert and you own a whole lot of Bitcoin, you know, whole lot of shares in your own ETF, and the price goes up, you know, 100%, you're pretty happy. And so, right, that court case crunched the discount from -40 to 0, and it drove Bitcoin prices up. And so the Grayscale holders are thrilled with that lawsuit. And I think the same would be true in Ethereum.
Mike, are you out of the business of telling us what? I wouldn't even try at this point. Remember, in the past, we've always asked you, all right, it's at 40. Is it going to 35? All right, it's at 35. Is it going to 30? All right, it's now at 30. Is it going to 20? So we went from 20,000 to 2,000. We went from 65,000 to 17,000. We're now at 73,000. Are we past where, because of this adoption you talked about, are we past the point of it going back down to 20,000 and then back up? Do you think?
Nobody knows.
I think so, but you know, this has been a wild ride of an asset. We're in price discovery mode right now, and if you're looking at the charts, you could see 100,000. Like that could be a target, but you don't know when you're in price discovery mode because we had $1 billion of inflows last night into the ETF complex. As long as that is positive, the price is going to keep grinding higher. Once that becomes negative, you'll see the first real correction. And so I think right now every trader is watching, you know, add up the 9 ETFs and see what the net is. And as long as there's inflows. Now, of course, there's lots of other inflows and outflows in the Bitcoin universe. But right now, that's got the zeitgeist of what people are making their trading decisions off of. Things are frothy. Funding rates are high. And so in times like this, you always have to be ready for a correction. I don't think we go back below 50, 55,000. I think that's the new floor unless something dramatic happens.
I agree with him, actually. What do you guys think? Not below 55,000? I honestly think he's probably right. He's probably right. I don't think we'll see below that, but I hope. I mean, for the buying opportunity, yeah, sure, why not? But at the same time, I want to see the shit moon now.
See, I thought you were out of that business. I don't know if I.
Hey, Mike, one of the things that's so interesting is most of the inflows seem to be coming in via the ETF. It's an interesting way to play this, if you will. But if everybody ultimately is buying in via the ETF, and if that becomes sort of the majority approach to touching this quote-unquote asset, there's a question about what the asset is doing, right?
Well, listen, you know, market cap at 74,000 is what, $1.5 trillion. And I think ETF is 40 billion. And so it's still a very small percentage of Bitcoin's price. The genius of Bitcoin really is that Satoshi white paper, which sets the monetary policy for this ecosystem in code. And in a world where, I mean, look at the Nigerian currency. Pull it up on your chart. And so if you're in Nigeria, like it's interesting in almost now in every country on earth, Bitcoin has made an all-time high. But in some of the charts, it's staggering how much wealth it preserved. And until you get countries that run more credible fiscal policy, people are going to want to buy that story. And it's a story that's spreading.
He's not wrong. He's really not wrong. Shout out to Michael Novogratz over there on CNBC. All right, crypto expert crypto expert says Bitcoin halving will drive demand through the roof. This is Anthony Pompliano, if I'm not mistaken, over here on Fox Business. Let's do it.
All right, so Bitcoin set to undergo yet another halving event, probably sometime in the next month. And you got to take a look at this because it rallied like huge after the last one. This, I think, will be the fourth one to bring a Pomp investment investor, Anthony Pompliano. And, you know, this halving thing. Explain to the audience, or let's try to explain to the audience what it is. So we have here the last time it happened. And you can see where Bitcoin was like a 10 grand, sort of, you know, now we're at 70,000. Seems like it could be a good thing.
Let's go back supply and demand. right? If you have a supply and demand stays constant, but supply gets cut in half, obviously the price has to adjust to accommodate everyone. That's what happened back here in 2020. Bitcoin's trading about $8,000. We got a supply that cut in half, and then obviously price runs. Now, what's interesting is right now 900 Bitcoin per day are being produced. If you think in kind of gold terms, that's literally gold being dug out of the ground. This is Bitcoin being produced. It's net new Bitcoin coming into supply. But when we hit this halving occur, we're going to go from 900 to 450. Now, what's interesting is right now, there is the equivalent of 9,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin per day in demand. So already we're at 10x more demand than supply. That's this huge price increase that we've seen. So once we go through this halving, if demand stays the same, we may be at 20 to 25x more demand than what the network is producing every single day. And I think that's why people are so bullish on Bitcoin's price.
And the max will be 21 million, right?
There will only ever be 21 million that are out in circulation. That'll take until 2140. Unfortunately, for most of us that are watching or talking right now, we're going to be dead by then. But 90% of the Bitcoin is already out in circulation, and about 70% of that Bitcoin has not moved. So what ends up happening is you have a very illiquid supply, and then you're going to get it more scarce in terms of the daily incoming supply.
That's what they mean when they say diamond hands.
Listen,
that's real diamond.
Well, yes and no. I mean, some of that money that hasn't moved in God knows how long. They're lost seed phrases, right? They can't get it back. Like, it can't move. It's like impossible. They can't find it. So that's like, this Bitcoin that's been lost, sent to the wrong addresses. There's really probably 5 to 7 million gone forever off the top of that 21. So we're looking at about 16 probably. You know what I mean? But yes, a lot of people are holding it because they're smarter than the average bear. So
Bitcoiners are teaching traditional finance investors what it means to truly have conviction, to really hold an asset, and to hold through all that volatility. And what I think is really fascinating here is the people who are now buying the ETF, they realize this is a high volatility asset, but it continues to go up over a very long period of time. And so the volatility in the short term forces you to be a long-term holder, and it actually reinforces many of the best financial kind of lessons that we've learned over the decades.
I think the last 11 years, the number one asset, 8 of those, of course, the 3 it wasn't. It was a worse performing asset, but it's worked out if you held it. Let's talk about these ETFs. So here it is right here. Look at this. So demand is really just, and you called this right here. How much, does this feed on itself?
So what's really interesting is Larry Fink, kind of the king of Wall Street, he went and he pushed Bitcoin to an all-time high. When BlackRock said, we want a Bitcoin ETF, they're 575 in one, they're now 576 in one in terms of approvals. And so they were able to help do this. They ushered in not only themselves, Fidelity, many others. Now, what's fascinating to me is you're not only seeing net new interest in these ETFs, you're also seeing BlackRock specifically say, wait a second, if we have access to Bitcoin now, maybe we want to put Bitcoin in our other funds, things like their bond funds or maybe their income funds. And so I think that Bitcoin is now going to become a standard asset that's put in every portfolio. You see Fidelity in Canada saying 1 to 5% in all portfolios. But I think on Wall Street, people are realizing if I put an asset with a 2.1 Sharpe ratio into my portfolio, it's up 70% or so to start the year. That is going to give me a better overall performance. It's going to change the risk return profile of my current portfolio. And that's going to lead to billions of dollars in the short term and likely going to be trillions of dollars over the long run going into this asset. And if you only have 21 million and demand continues to go up, the price has to appreciate.
So 100,000.
Look,
this summer?
3 of the last 4 times that Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high, it has doubled in 18 days or less. And so we're right about, in that range now. Obviously, Bitcoin is starting to push up higher. I don't know how quickly it's going to go up, but I would be shocked if we don't hit 100K over the next 12 months.
Amen. Great stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. I appreciate it very much.
All right.
Shout out to Anthony Pomp over on Fox Business. Yeah, that's crazy. Real quick in the chat, B-Lub said, I worry about BTC. One, if Satoshi sells. Yeah, I'd be worried too. And also around 2040, what happens then? What's in 2040? Why are you saying 2040? Why do you significantly take that? 2040, I'll be dead. It's a solar miner. Hope not. All right. Hope not. It's not that far away. All right. Crypto world, CNBC television, Ether dips 0.5% after rollout of the network's biggest tech upgrade in nearly a year. This is the Dencun upgrade is the biggest upgrade to the Ethereum network since the merge. So let's get into it.
Today, Ethereum launches its latest big upgrade. And Tom Schmidt with the crypto VC firm Dragonfly breaks down how Ethereum's update helps with scalability.
Oh, I'm hearing her. Good thing Crypto KJ's not here.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. Bitcoin notching yet another all-time high today as investors keep searching for a top to this rally. As of noon Eastern, the cryptocurrency rose by nearly 1.5%, peaking earlier in the morning to that new record, 73.
She's lucky it's buttoned up. I was going to have her back, though, and I was going to do this because Crypto KJ is a pervert.
$1,679.
I'm totally messing with
At the
him.
same time, Ether's ticking just slightly lower following the rollout of its biggest tech upgrade in nearly a year. Now, we'll tell you more about that in just a bit. There's also Polygon's Matic token surging this morning by more than 7.5%. Okay,
you know what, Nicholas Pitts, it's very, very likely that the CIA is Satoshi. So, you know what? There was, oh man, I put a short out. That was, it was a clip of some guy saying that, and it was actually really intriguing. And I'm like, man, I am not going down that rabbit hole. I'm staying away from it. It's very, it's weird to think about though, because apparently the government or somebody created SHA-256, which is, it's, I'm not even going to get into it.
Let's talk about the top stories. Coinbase shares are bouncing this morning after the company announced a $1 billion bond offering. In a statement yesterday afternoon, the crypto platform proposed a $1 billion private offering of convertible notes, which is a form of debt that companies can repay by issuing shares to the lender. Coinbase said it intends to use the money raised from the offering to repay current debts. Now, following the announcement, the company's stock initially dropped in after-hours trading, but gained 2.8% around noon Eastern. That stock also got an upgrade over at Raymond James today, from underperform to market perform, as it's made major gains so far this year. Next, shares of Bitcoin miner Core Scientific are in the red this morning after the company released fourth quarter earnings yesterday. The firm reported nearly $142 million in revenue in the last 3 months of 2023, an increase of $20 million from the year before. However, the
real quick, Erted said he thinks B-Lub meant 2140. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Okay.
company reported weakening revenues for the full year. Core brought in more than $502 million in revenue, a drop of around $138 million compared to 2022. Still, Core raked in more than 19,000 Bitcoin last year, 13,762 of which was from self-mining. They say that's more than any other publicly listed miner in North America. That publicly listed bid is important because for much of 2023, Core Scientific wasn't a publicly traded company. It was delisted back in April of last year as it went through bankruptcy, then rejoined the NASDAQ in January once that process was complete. Now, Core has been trading mostly flat since then. Last, Ethereum just took a big step in becoming a faster and cheaper network to use. A widely anticipated technological upgrade, dubbed Dencun, was activated this morning, aiming to increase Ethereum's efficiency. The move is expected to spark growth on Layer 2 networks by lowering their data fees. Now, the update, which is the protocol's biggest in nearly a year, is considered crucial in helping tackle Ethereum's notoriously high transaction fees. It could also kickstart a race among Layer 2 networks to jump on the changes in scaling the blockchain. A research report out last week from Fidelity Digital Assets noted that Dencun could mean near zero transaction fees for Layer 2 blockchains.
Near zero for Ethereum? Get the I need to stop the cap button right now.
Which could attract new users. Fidelity Digital Assets also said that the update turns Ethereum into a more optimal database for storing data that is, quote, vital to the operations of other blockchains. All right, sticking with Ethereum's upgrade for our main story. Yesterday, I spoke with Tom Schmidt, general partner at the crypto venture capital and research firm Dragonfly, about what this update means for the network and the industry as a whole. He also weighs in on what's moving markets right now as Bitcoin has been surging to new all-time highs. So another big week for Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency keeps hitting all new fresh highs. And I'm wondering, what do you think is behind the current rally? Do you think it's all the excitement surrounding the spot Bitcoin ETFs coupled with the upcoming Bitcoin halving? And how much of that is part of the equation?
Yeah, it's no surprise that the ETFs have really contributed pretty dramatically to Bitcoin's latest rise. Obviously, in very concrete terms, there have been about $9 billion in net inflows into these ETFs in the past, or since they've launched in January, which has been pretty impressive. But certainly a large part of it is also just an endorsement of Bitcoin as an asset and crypto as an asset category. It's sort of tacitly endorsing these assets and allowing people to purchase them from their brokerage accounts just the way they would purchase normal S&P and ETFs or things like that. The halving is always a popular topic. I think it's a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy where certainly, a reduction in issuance of Bitcoin does help the price by making it more scarce. But a large part of it is also just bringing it back into headlines, having it be top of mind. In practice, the ETF flows are substantially larger than any sort of increased issuance in Bitcoin from Bitcoin miners. So I think it's not more of a material change and more of just a change in perception of the asset.
So do you anticipate this momentum will continue in the foreseeable future, or do you expect a steep correction in the mix?
Candidly, I've been surprised by how short-term bullish the ETFs have been for crypto and for Bitcoin. I think long-term, obviously, structurally, it makes it easier for capital to flow into Bitcoin, and the U.S. is, the largest, most sophisticated capital market in the world. So it matters a lot more when the U.S. has access to ETFs, even though ETFs have been out for a while in Europe. I think the most impressive thing so far has been that this Bitcoin rally has been in the face of a still pretty tight macro environment. I think originally people were expecting more rate cuts earlier this year. In 2022, there was this narrative that Bitcoin is just another risk asset. It's going to trade down along with the rest of all these other risk assets. And in fact, Bitcoin has really been outperforming. Small cap tech has still kind of been lingering around its 2020, 2021 levels, but Bitcoin has rallied alongside the rest of sort of macro cap tech, and gold for that matter also reaching new time highs. And so Bitcoin is really finding its place in the world and finding its narrative, and that is, I think, increasingly attractive.
So another big story this week, Ethereum's next big upgrade. What do you think will happen to Ethereum's price, and how will this upgrade impact the industry as a whole?
Yeah, people are really excited for Dencun. I think a large part of Ethereum's story has been about smart contract scalability. How do we bring this technology to the next billion people? And Ethereum's path to doing that has been through what we call layer twos.
Anybody's wondering, that's Jeffrey Dahmer. The glasses. They're exactly the same. Oh,
which you can think of as small mini blockchains that run alongside Ethereum, the main blockchain. These L2s post their state data, post their ledgers back to Ethereum to sort of borrow from its security, and they pay fees to Ethereum, the chain, in order to do so. Dencun makes it substantially cheaper for those L2s to pay fees back to Ethereum, which in turn makes users of these sort of mini blockchains pay much less fees and makes it much less makes it much more accessible, on the order of a fraction of a cent to send a stablecoin or send USDC to someone on the other side of the world. And I think that is a large part of the crypto story is global, accessible financial services.
I want to turn to AI and crypto. According to Coinbase's report on AI and crypto from last week, many AI-related crypto tokens have outperformed Bitcoin and Ether starting in Q4 of last year. So what does that signal to you? I understand you have a bit of a contrarian view.
I think we are a little bit more cautious around the crypto AI intersection than a lot of other funds. I think if you look at the rally in a lot of these AI tokens, most of it, I would say, is based more on narrative than on fundamentals. A lot of it kind of started after the Sam Altman OpenAI board drama. There was this concern around the future of AI models and whether or not we want, a small number of large corporations to be running them and have access to them, and everyone else have to go through these intermediaries. The AI token narrative is the idea that maybe there can be a decentralized model that can run in a decentralized way so that it can't be censored, it can't go down, it can't be subject to the whims of a small number of people. I think if you look on the ground from a fundamentals perspective, there's still very little usage and traction for most of these crypto AI networks, but things could change in the future. There's a lot of research going into this area, a lot of smart people working on novel products. So we are investigating, we're looking at the data, we're looking for interesting investment opportunities. But right now it feels, again, like a lot of narrative building is really what's driving this rally.
So in a nutshell, how do you think AI, the Dencun upgrade, and the upcoming Bitcoin halving, How do you think all three components will impact crypto moving forward?
I think, in aggregate, again, crypto has really been a surprising rally given where the state of macro is. If you look at a lot of the, again, smaller cap tech stocks that were outperforming in 2021, 2022, that have gotten killed as interest rates have risen, crypto is not like that. Crypto is finding its own footing in the sense that it can perform like a, inflation hedge as Bitcoin has done. It is a novel technology application that does have real, transaction volume. I think in aggregate, stablecoins are on pace to do more volume than Visa this year, and that continues to grow year over year. And so, really, the story, all these three things are just tailwinds of an endorsement of crypto as an asset category and the maturation of the technology to be able to serve billions of people.
Now, obviously, Dragonfly is a venture capital firm. So before I let you go, I'm curious, what are you paying attention to right now? Is it L2s, infrastructure, NFTs, CeFi, DeFi? What are you focused on right now? What are you thinking of investing in?
It's all of the above. I think for us, we are really a technology-driven venture fund at the end of the day. A lot of our best investments have been in smart contract scalability. So new layer twos, new ways to move assets across bridges, even new blockchains that have really fundamental technical breakthroughs that allow these things to scale, again, to billions of users. We're also seeing a lot of excitement around consumer applications that use crypto in novel ways, things like international remittances or things like consumer banking apps that use stablecoins as a way to bring dollar-based savings account to places like Turkey or Argentina that have suffered from pretty incredible inflation. And so crypto is a little bit like the blind men feeling the elephant, where it really depends on where you're looking at it to sort of get a sense of a different perspective. So we are investing across the board, and overall, we've seen really amazing entrepreneurs continue to enter this space and continue to build.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World today. We'll be
all right. Shout out to CNBC Television for that. Let's move on to the video of the day. I only chose one. I didn't really look to see if there's any others, but AI crypto, the 100x opportunity most will miss. Let's see what Mr. Lark Davis got to say over here. Hopefully it's good.
Did you miss the Bitcoin train? Did you miss buying Pepe or Dog Whiff hat? Well, don't fret, another potential 50 to 100x opportunity is staring us right in.
Mr. Austin, thanks for becoming a member. Wait, hold on. You didn't just become a member. You must have said something in the chat. Let me see. Member for 19 months, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. He said, how the hell are you misfits this fine evening? Appreciate you, buddy. I will not be here tomorrow morning, so I'm streaming early for members, and I'll post it publicly for everybody else at the same time tomorrow.
In the face, and it's called artificial intelligence, which was undoubtedly the big catalyst for 2023's tech boom in the stock world. We now have the biggest companies like Meta, Amazon, Google, all investing billions and billions of dollars to come up with the best AI models out there. The AI craze even made chip maker NVIDIA become a household name because
NVIDIA has been killing it. And Austin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you very much for becoming a member or being a member for 19 months. I can't believe it's been that long. That's crazy.
It's astonishing growth. It had a 239% growth in 2023 alone. And the company had more than $360 billion market cap in 2022, but that actually ballooned up to more than $1 trillion in 2023, now sitting at more than $2 freaking trillion. This tech company is almost as big as all of crypto combined. And here's the big AI secret for investors. You don't have to be a developer and actually go out and use AI to create some kind of new paradigm of whatever in order to be able to participate in the growth of this sector. This sector is actually expected to contribute up to $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. That's a lot of money. We can all be part of that. In this video, we're going to discuss some of the top crypto AI coins, but that's a bit later in the video, so stick around for that. The first thing I want to talk about is really the thesis behind AI. So let us check just how big the AI sector is going to get. By now, anybody who has access to the internet probably knows like what ChatGPT is. But did you know that this AI large language model reached 1 million users in just 5 days? Facebook, by contrast, to reach that same number, it took 10 months. By the way, a large language model, or LLM, is just fancy talk for an AI that can understand and generate human language. And currently, OpenAI's AI has over 100 180 million users, a great feat for a tool that's only just been released a little over a year ago. Nowadays,
180 million users already use that OpenAI. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. In the AI narrative for altcoins, when altcoin season happens or shows up, it's going to be nuts. It is absolutely going to be nuts. I'm shocked that DJ actually sold his Clore, to be honest.
Nowadays, of course, it's not just AIs that can talk to us that are being rolled out.
Mr. Bot Crusher, been a member for 22 months. Damn. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You're awesome. Holy cow, after Austin posted, I had to see where I was at. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
We also now have all kinds of exciting stuff. Generative AI that can create videos and images. Sora AI, for example, absolutely blew everyone away last month with this insane text to AI video, and all the videos I've rolled out since then of people playing around with it. It's mind-blowing stuff. The question is AI just hype and we're overplaying its potential, or will this really be the new narrative of change, and it will change everything about how we do things? Well, let's look at
Mr. Steven Cicero, also a member for 22 months. Hey, I'm 22 months too. Love you long time. Love you longer, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Numbers and some projections. Now there are a lot of big numbers being thrown around in the AI space. Just keep that in mind. But let's take a look at a few of the interesting ones. Business consulting firm Grand View Research says that the AI market is currently worth almost $200 billion in 2023, and it's expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, of 37.3% until 2030. Now, for comparison, Apple's CAGR is 10% in the last 12 months and around 12% in the last 3 years. And of course, AI is not just confined to those LLMs that we can talk to. One of the things that will probably really improve a lot of our standard of living is having an artificial intelligence drive our car and drive us around. The autonomous vehicle market is
that shit scares the crap out of me. The automatic automobiles driving you around, you seen that? I mean, everybody's seen that guy sleeping in the Tesla and the shit's driving him to work. Like, man, that's like a good and a terrible thing all at the same time.
Is expected to reach $2.3 trillion by 2030.
You're gonna call an Uber and there's gonna be nobody in it. It's gonna show up and pick you up. Like, would you get in it? I don't know if I'd be able to. I'd be really weirded out if I was just like getting in this machine that could just floor it and drive me off a cliff. And what can I do about it? Nothing.
More interesting is that the whole industry
AI apocalypse
is expected to grow to almost $4 trillion by 2030. So half of it will belong to AI cars. AI in the medical industry is projected to grow to 188 billion.
See, AI in the medical industry, that's badass and that's perfect. But yeah, the car thing, I don't know. And I know they do have that Scott Sheffield. It is weird, right? I saw it on the news. It was like some news guy did something on it, and yeah, there was nobody in the vehicle. And there was also, the car was going down a one-way, or it was going down some sort of, like a cop was telling him to turn around and go the other way, and there was nobody driving the vehicle. And there was two people in the back, and they're like, there's nobody driving it. Like, they couldn't turn it around. Like, it's so, I don't know. It's so weird to me.
By 2030. Well, AI in the banking sector could reach 15.32 billion by 2028. IDC, a market intelligence and advisory firm, published a report, and it's predicting that the top 2,000 public companies in the world will be allocating over 40% of their core IT spending on artificial intelligence projects.
Crazy. Real quick, Ted said they have driverless Ubers in San Fran and people put cones on the hoods and it locks them up. Get out of here. That is hysterical. Is that real? They put cones on the hoods and it stops them from working? Oh, that's the worst troll ever. I'd be so mad if I owned that company.
You seeing it yet? And if you think those numbers are big, then it gets even better. But wait, there's more. Before we get into that, let me also just real quick interrupt the flow to let you know about...
No, I don't want to hear it, Lark. God damn it. Where do you stop talking about it?
Programming. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, has been going around, by the way, trying to raise a $7 trillion for a new AI chip project. Just $7 trillion. Why not? Why such a big number? Well, all the AI model units that we've been using, like ChatGPT and DALL-E and Gemini, blah, 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 Bard, all these guys, They run on specialized chips to run. They need powerful graphic processing units or GPUs. The problem is that they're in very high demand, but in very short supply. These same chips are also used in a lot of other industries: gaming, cryptocurrency mining, cloud computing.
What the hell?
Aside from the short supply,
Was that his video that did that, or was that my computer?
also used in a lot of other industries: gaming, cryptocurrency mining.
That was definitely him. That ain't
cloud
me.
computing.
All right.
Aside from the short supply, they're also very, very expensive to get one of these GPUs. These numbers and projections, they show us that AI is here to stay. It's getting bigger all the time. It's projected to get dramatically bigger.
It's going to be
Of course,
insane.
not all of us can be AI developers. Nobody have the money to invest in some big AI business. However, there is still a lot of money to be made from the AI world. According to CoinGecko, AI crypto tokens have a combined market cap of almost $25 billion and a daily trading volume of around $5 billion. AI tokens, though.
Hold on. Let me go back a little. Look at Dynex. Dynex is trending. Didn't even know that. I didn't even notice. Interesting. Dynex is trending. Apparently, there's they have a bunch of changes or something going on with Dynex, and they actually asked if I wanted to have them on and do another live AMA type deal with like the updates and stuff. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the chat if you think we should do that one morning. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time, but it's just gonna be it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to squeeze it in somewhere, but I think it'd be kind of cool, right? Maybe do it live, just kind of give an update on where Dynex is at, and then give us all the info on it.
AI tokens, though, it might sound like a big number. AI tokens are actually less than 1% of all crypto combined. And keep in mind that all of AI is expected to hit 15 trillion by 2030. Crypto could hit well over 10 trillion by that point. AI crypto is a baby. We've been saying this a lot of times. If you want something with lesser risk, obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you're probably going to be set on your crypto bags. But if you got a higher risk tolerance, you want bigger gains with that higher risk, then it's the smaller market cap coins that are going to bring home that ka-ching. These tokens with smaller market caps are the ones that could potentially give those 20x or even more kind of gains throughout the market cycle. Watch for my upcoming video on the top 7 AI coins, probably dropping next week. Anyway, the AI crypto sector taken as a whole is actually even smaller than the meme coins. We've seen how crazy the pumps are in the meme coin sector. Meme coins, though, are much bigger than AI. Meme coins have roughly $60 billion in market cap. And just look how crazy.
Kimbo. What's Kimbo? I haven't heard of that one yet. Kimbo. Wall Street, baby. Wall Street, baby. Panda coin Inu. There it is. There it is. Panda's gonna rug us all. Oh, that's great. I gotta go look at meme coins. I gotta go see what the funniest meme coins are. That's great.
Crazy it's all been. Now 100x is the usual.
Yeah, Kimbo. You talking about Kimbo Slice? The one who was? Yeah, he's dead though. R.I.P. Kimbo Slice.
Pump, it feels like, for some of these dog coins and frog coins and chicken coins and whatever else kind of crap's out there. But they lack those fundamentals beyond just being fun cultural coins. What about AI tokens? If they just meet the market cap of meme coins, we're going to see huge gains. Now, AI coins, unlike meme coins, have real functionality for the hottest tech sector globally. There's probably something there to pay attention to. Now, I want to just highlight a couple of the top AI projects. Just an overview, not a recommendation, of course, to run out and buy or sell or whatever these coins. Just a quick overview on these, as always.
Yeah, sorry, getting off the topic, but yeah, he had heart failure, traumatic heart failure in 2016. It was a while ago, long time ago, almost 10. Damn, it's been 8 years. It's crazy.
And crypto is risky. Full risk statement down below in the description. I don't own these coins. Obviously, if you want to see my full portfolio disclosures, again, description or pinned comment on X. So, first coin here, Render Network. Now, we already discussed that GPUs are very important in AI projects. It's kind of the core thing that they need. Well, one of the core things they need. This is the exact reason why the stocks of companies like NVIDIA and other chip makers have basically gone to the moon over the last year or so. Now, look, not everybody has the financial capacity to invest hundreds of millions of dollars to go out and set up data centers, the powerful GPUs and all that stuff. Psh, broke ass plebs, come on. Anyway, most people can't buy and maintain a single specialized AI GPU unit, let alone a whole warehouse full of them. However, Render's got a solution to that. In the simplest terms, Render provides GPU on demand. It connects node operators who are willing to rent out their idle GPU computing power.
I'm so mad I didn't stay in Render because I knew it too. I knew it. I said it to DJ and I was like, man, I think this is gonna be like a big coin. And stupid. What an idiot.
Through a decentralized
It's like $12 now.
Network.
It was like $1 when I saw it.
It's like the Uber of GPUs.
When I said it.
So instead of cars, you're Ubering out your computing power. Cool idea. Been around crypto for a while, but Render's really iterating on it big time. So instead of money, transactions are settled in Render tokens. Now, Render currently has a market cap around $4 billion. Not bad.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was like $1 something. And yeah, I ended up getting out of it at like 255. And like, man, this freaking thing, it's been on a tear since. I just literally, it's because I needed to pay an electric bill. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out of it just for now. I'll get back in later when it drops, and it never dropped, so I never got back in. And I should have just yeeted in like a couple thousand and just been happy.
$1 billion, not bad, since it only had about $500 million market cap just a year ago. It's like,
oh, you know what, Steven? It might have been going to Disney. It might have been going down there. Actually, you know what? I think that was some of the money I took with me. Yeah, you might be right, actually.
100% increase. You can tell AI coins have already been pretty damn popular. Remember, NVIDIA had a 239% growth in 2023, so Render actually beat that because it had a much small market cap starting, right? Now, if you want to know,
see, like there was a reason behind that. We had to go meet Panda, so it was worth it. It was worth the sell, I guess. I'll take the L on this one. All right, Panda.
More about Render. We actually have an in-depth Render report that we made here on the channel the other day. You can find a link in the description or just look up Lark Davis Render on YouTube and you'll find it. Another big AI token is Bit Tensor, or TAO as the coin's known, with a market cap of around $4.7 billion. It's the biggest AI crypto project currently. It's a massive decentralized machine learning network where participants or miners provide access to their models and to their algorithms. In a nutshell, participants contribute their AI models into the network, and then these models train together to get better. Models that contribute valuable information are rewarded with the TAO token. Just like mining Bitcoin or something, anybody can use and contribute to the network. But its similarity with Bitcoin does not stop there. For one, they also have the same supply limit of 21 million coins and scheduled halvings. BitTensor's white paper is heavily inspired by the format and style of Bitcoin's white paper. This is the Bitcoin of AI, if you want. If you look closely, it is like BitTensor is Bitcoin's weird AI cousin. It's also not surprising the TAO token had a 2,000% increase since early 2023. It has a very strong community, very similar to what you see with those strong communities behind Shiba Inu or XRP or Bitcoin. Explainer video for this one, by the way, coming up next week, so keep an eye out for that. Look, guys, long story short, AI is going to mint a lot of millionaires. You just have to do your research, take a few well thought out, obviously, risks, and find some interesting investments, because there's a lot of interesting investments out there. Right?
AI coins you guys are into, throw it in the chat or in the comments below after the fact. All right. Shout out to Lark for that. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh, I mean, do that. What the hell did I just open? That was weird. Anyways, let's get out of this. See where Bitcoin's at. Still 73,171. Not too bad. Ethereum's at 4,000 still. For anybody just joining, I apologize, but yeah. So I'll be on a plane tomorrow morning, and I won't be able to stream. That is the reason for the early stream for all of my members, rather. Almost said miners. But yeah, I'm gonna be going down to Terra hosting. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go give King a hand. He needs some help, so we're gonna go crank out some shit. So who's got rigs over there? Who's got rigs over at Terra that I can bother? I'm gonna flip them all upside down. Just kidding. Who seriously got rigs hosted with Terra? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. Interested to know if you guys do. Let's see. Anything I may have missed? I'm just gonna scroll through the chat real quick, and then we'll just kind of wrap things up. I know Veteran Miner is going live in about a half hour. I'm gonna direct you guys over to him, obviously, for people now, if you guys, you know, if you're joining the next day or you're watching the rerun of this, obviously you can go back and watch Veteran Miner's channel, and him and Vistang, GPU risers, Mike over there will be chatting about wires and things, I guess. I don't know. Whatever they chat about typically. Let's see, a few. Austin. Oh yeah, you know what, Austin, you were Hawk Crypto Mining's first person that he hosted, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was you. Nicholas Pitts says Flux Core is going to be fully AI capable with Flux Edge. I ordered my NVIDIA Tesla yesterday. Wait, what? NVIDIA Tesla? What are you talking about? What are you saying, sir? Nicholas Pitts, NVIDIA, what? All right, fill me in. Fill me in. Let's go to Flux Edge anyways. While you're, what am I doing? While you are figuring that out, let me see. What is it? I'm gonna be honest. I pardon my ignorance because I don't know anything about the Flux Edge thing. Is this it? No. Let me see. They have a link to it over here, maybe. Oh, is it called Flux Core? It is. Why don't they just call it Flux Core then? Why are they calling it Flux Edge? What in the hell? Tesla GPU. Oh, the GPU cards. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm out of that too. Tesla GPU. Let's see. No. Tesla GPU. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know it was a thing. Welcome to the era of AI. Finding insights hidden in oceans of data can transform entire industries, from personalized cancer therapy to helping virtual personal assistant converse naturally and predicting the next big hurricane. What? What? You ordered this? Talk to me. How much was it? How much was it? This thing's crazy. What? How do you buy it? What do you? I don't even know. I'm looking. Like I feel like I don't even know what's happening. I'm overwhelmed. Please help me out. What's going on here? What is this? Where do you shop? Oh, there's a shop tab. Hold on. Let's click on that. Tesla GPUs, man. I'm so confused. Let me see. My work has thousands of those. Really? That's crazy. Pretty sick though, not gonna lie. I don't know where it took me, but looking at this Tesla V100, I want to see this. How do I get to the page where that is? Oh my. The Tensor Core GPU architecture designed to bring AI to every industry. This is a rabbit hole I don't want to go down right now. I do not want to go down this right now. I can't do that. I have to go to bed soon because I have to get up like 3 in the morning. Let's see. 32 gigabytes config. It says all set. I'm not sure. Let's see. Steven Cicero. What was the, let me see. What was the Love You 2 for? It was pocket change. Oh, Nicholas Pitt said, I got a much older one. There are hundreds of different NVIDIA Tesla models out there. Really? Dude, I didn't even know that. NVIDIA Tesla model GPUs. Let's see. Go to Google quick. Go to images. NVIDIA Tesla. If I could. All right. Let's see. Oh, I've seen these actually. I have seen these. I guess I just didn't realize it said Tesla, or it was a Tesla GPU. I have seen these. Are these the ones you got? Yeah, I guess I didn't realize they were called Tesla GPUs. Weird. Every time I hear Tesla, I think of a car. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. That's how it is. They kind of emulate 4 separate GPUs. Oh, this is the A100. This one, damn, dude, this thing's crazy looking. That's insane. How do I go to? I guess I have to click on a link. But look at this thing. Open image, new tab. Let's see. Close that. Fuzzy as shit. I think it's cool looking though. That's really neat. Good stuff. Looks like the A4 the RTX A4000 or the A2000. That's funny. Neat. That's really neat. So has anyone seen the reduction in ETH fees? No, I don't think there really has been. Ethereum gas fees. I actually checked right now. What was I on? Did I go to this gas tracker? Yeah, this is where I was at. I don't know. Is this high? Bad? Good? I think it's pretty high actually still, if I'm not mistaken. Base at 50. I feel like it was way lower than that before. Like before the run up, right? But yeah, I don't know. Swap action $72. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. It honestly, it just lowered the transactions on L2s, so it's not really I don't think it's going to affect layer 1 gas fees, to be honest. Unfortunate. Yeah, it looks pretty high. Anyways, the new A2000's coming. Oh, is it really? Nismo miner? That's awesome. Hell yeah. Nice. All right, let me see. The A100 is sexy. It absolutely is, Nismo miner. It looks awesome. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Let's see. You can get them at a fraction of the price and SXM2 module from, however, the servers with SXM2 models are very expensive. Oh, it says form. Sorry. Module form, however, the servers with the SXM2 models are very expensive. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. Those are probably crazy ass GPUs and way out of my realm of knowledge, so I'm gonna stay away from that. But the Flux Edge stuff, I don't know. I guess it's gonna be doing good things, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I sold my Flux at the same time though I traded it for something that actually took off a bit, and Flux lagged a little behind. So I might get into Flux a little later, but who knows. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all for hanging out. You're all fantastic. I gotta get out of here because I gotta go finish packing some stuff. So I will catch you guys bright and early on possibly Monday morning. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get in super late then, but I'm gonna try to stream from the hotel and stuff. But anyways, guys, have a good one. I will catch you on the next one, and peace out. Appreciate all you guys for hanging out. Later.
Eat shit, Gary.